The Dogs, in association with the British Greyhound Racing Board.
On the programme this week, we look at some of the leading fancies for the Betfred Eclipse. Ever thought about homing a racing greyhound? Well, stay tuned. We'll show you how wonderful they are. And back to the track for the first round heats of the John Smith's Kent St Leger from Crayford.
First to Wimbledon and the William Hill St Leger final and supporting card. And on a dank night there was early disappointment for favourite backers as Droopy's Kes endured a troubled run out the back behind Mountjoy Gold. It was a case of what might have been for St Leger elimination. Carbarn's Tom over the classic trip. Clock watchers were also left very impressed. And then it was the race that never was. Keep your eyes on the leader, Toosie Blue. Indeed, it's a case of what happens next.
Toosie Blue takes over, goes on for Alfie Sparrow on the inside of Romeo Maldini. They leave behind on the inside Lancelot, heading down the far side, and Toosie Blue, stamping his authority in this race, has got a turn. Oh, he stopped! He checked at the third bend, and 4 Alfie Sparrow's been given the lead here from 6 Romeo Maldini. They come off the final bend. Romeo Maldini getting on top. Romeo Maldini the winner. Second place was trap 4 Alfie Sparrow, but what on earth was Toosie Blue doing as it raced into the third bend?
High drama at Wimbledon as Toosie Blue, the leader in 5, looked set for victory, only to check away his chance. He was distracted by what might have been a crisp packet blown onto the track at the third bend. It left Romeo Maldini to catch Alfie Sparrow for what in the end was a hollow victory, the race being declared void.
Gary, was that a difficult decision?
Difficult, yeah, but I think one that had to be made. The 5 dog was in the lead. And after watching the several replays, both on Sky and our own, we felt that the 5 dog was in the lead. Visibly turned a piece of paper, quite a large piece on the track, which altered the result. So under Rule 145, we've declared the race void.
Is that the normal practice though? I mean, a piece of paper could be on the track at any time.
Yeah, normally they don't. Little bits of paper, they'll just chase the lure and that'll be fine. But this is quite a big bit, obviously. When you watch the replays, it's quite visible, and the dog literally stopped chasing, turned sideways, which, unfortunate, but, we've made a decision, we'll live with it.
Approaching classic time and the rain came down heavily over Wimbledon, but just try to dampen the spirits of the Champagne Club, owners of red-hot favourite Bubbly Totty, who took over the track's diamond room on the night. They were there to see the Scottish Derby runner-up attempt to complete an unbeaten run through the Leger, and he had what looked the perfect draw to complete it, in 6 with 5 railers inside. Midway Skipper was next in at 7-1, but Bubbly Totty would surely become the shortest price St Leger winner in the last 60 years of the event.
There they go, racing towards the first bend. Fast start from Midway Skipper. Bounced out, early pace, Lenson Earl. There's trouble on the inside, and Bubbly Totty leads at the first bend. And there was a huge roar from the Champagne Syndicate as the Totty took over. It's Bubbly Totty by 4.5 lengths here from Midway Skipper in second. After these comes 1 Lenson Earl as they go out onto their final circuit. There comes 2 Big Hitter. They head down the far side. It's Bubbly Totty by 7 lengths here from Midway Skipper. After these, there's a 3-length gap back to Lenson Earl, but Bubbly Totty with a 4.5 length lead over Midway Skipper, who's staying on stoutly. Up the home straight they go. Bubbly Totty by 3 lengths will win this year's St Leger and beats Midway Skipper in second place. A wonderful, wonderful chance for the public to win a big race.
Dante in 1947 landed odds of 2-9, but the 2008 William Hill St Leger champion Bubbly Totty surely won as easily. With crowding amongst the inside runners, Bubbly Totty soloed out wide, and members of the owning Champagne Club were soon in full cry on the terraces of the famous old stadium. It was a great and emotional triumph.
20 years of trying, but just in the moment, I just want to mention Davey Hatch and Vince Howard, both died this year, shareholders in the Totty Dog. Ronnie Roast in hospital today with cancer, also a shareholder. This is for them, it's for all the people that have supported me over the last 20 years. Fantastic, fantastic performance by Ted and Totty, and makes all of the effort so worthwhile. You can't believe, I can't tell you what this victory means tonight. It's just fantastic.
95 people own shares in Bubbly Totty, and they, plus friends and family, swarmed onto the track as trainer Ted Soppit stood with William Hill's David Hood with the St Ledger Trophy in between them. Memorable scenes on a great night for greyhound racing. The battle for Greyhound of the Year is already beginning to occupy the minds of greyhound fans. But who will succeed last year's winner Spirit and Louis at January's annual awards bash? Certainly in the Six Bend category, there are two outstanding candidates. Lenson Joker, 13 times a winner this year, including a winning sequence of 12 and £37,200 won in prize money. Bubbly Totty, 20 wins from 31 starts, including a current winning sequence of 7 and over £26,000 in prize money so far. Who do you rate as the best?
It's all about Lenson Joker. The owners are laughing all the way to the bank as they come round the final bend. There's going to be success here for Bubbly Totty, who's gradually drawing away. Bubbly Totty win. This is a true champion over Six Bends, and Lenson Joker, some 5 lengths clear from director's chair in second. Coming up the home straight, it's all about the Joker. Bubbly Totty with a 4.5 length lead of a midway skipper, who's staying on stoutly. Up the home straight they go. Bubbly Totty by 3 lengths will win this year's St Ledger.
With a number of big race wins between them, Lenson Joker and Bubbly Totty are sure to divide opinion as they go for gold in their category, which could just determine Greyhound of the Year honours.
Nottingham last Monday for the last batch of Betfred Eclipse Trial Stakes races. Charlie Lister's East Anglian Derby winner, Ninja Jamie, was having his first race since the 4th of October. He was the 8-13 favourite. Born Foon Mal for David Prues was second favourite, while Steel City Cup winner Blondino was 9-2. And there they go, racing up towards the first bend, and a good start here from Born Full Mal. Also going up quick is Ballymac Ken on the outside as they go round the turn. Born Full Mal in front now, improving in behind comes Coolbeg and Flash. After these come 6. Ballymac Ken at the moment in a little bit of trouble is Ninja Jamie making up a bit of ground, but slightly crowded after a slow start. Then comes Naughty Nod and Blondino not at the races as they come round the final bend, and Born Foon Mal with this lead runs wide entering the straight but will win. Born Foon Mal wins here from Coolbeg and Flash in second. Well, that's 3 wins out of his last 4 races for Born Foon Mal, recording a calculated time of 30.23. In the next race, Charlie Lister was hoping to have better luck with Farlow Merlin, who was the 4-7 favourite. David Prues again had the second favourite in Giddy Up Boy. There they go, racing up towards the first bend. Good start for Fine Moment in the centre, but heading towards the rails. Farlow Merlin done no favours. Better pace now from Sniper Evans that goes on. Sniper Evans out wide, leading for Sandy Baker, ahead of 4 Fine Moment in second. 2 lengths then back to 1 Giddy Up Boy, improving Farlow Merlin. Then comes Barnfield Slippy up, back is Badahoo. They go around the second last bend, and the lead here with Sniper Evans. Leading here by a couple of lengths then from Fine Moment and Farlow Merlin, but they're catching up as they come up towards winner line. It's just Fine Moment with the edge. Fine Moment wins from Farlow Merlin. Fine Moment now with Kelly Macari winning at 9-1 in a calculated time of 30.53. There are only 5 runners for the third trial stakes, and Judicial Force for David Prues was the 4-6 favourite. Local Hope, Dark Desert Fancy, was looking for a 3-timer. There they go, racing up towards the first bend. Level start, perhaps Brian's mate in 3, trapping out best. Here comes 4 though, Dark Desert Fancy, but chopped off there by Judicial Force, who stood its ground at the bend. And Judicial Force now goes on and leads here by a length from Dark Desert Fancy in second. We've got a couple of lengths then back to Musical Jack, who's racing in third, and then comes Brian's mate. They come round the final 2 bends, and it's Judicial Force with this lead of 2 lengths as they come up the home straight from Dark Desert Fancy up towards the winner line, staying on powerfully. Judicial Force wins here and wins impressively. Judicial Force got the job done in 30.36, but not one of the main players in the sponsors' prices. Irish Derby semi-finalist Wise Thought moved very well in a trial before racing on Monday and is clear 3-1 favourite. Charlie Lister's yet to confirm his squad. The Betfred Eclipse will start this Monday at Nottingham.
Coming up after the break, we're off to Crayford for the John Smith's Kent St Ledger. A greyhound's racing career can be relatively short, and upon retirement their public image of lean, mean racing machine can sometimes count against them.
First of all, the general public generally haven't even seen a greyhound before close up. They've seen them as a dot on the horizon, running around a track, muzzles on, mouth open, teeth showing. So they have this misapprehension that greyhounds are savage, vicious. Couldn't be further from the truth. When they actually come up here, they're so amazed at the character of the dogs, and the first thing they say is, "We never realised they were like this, they're so friendly." And really, a greyhound kennel is the only kennel in the country. You can walk down, put your hand in with any dog, and none of them will hurt you. You just couldn't do that with any other rescue. The greyhounds have just got the most superb temperament.
I was always frightened of dogs before we got the first one. And even when we first got her, I was a bit nervous in case she'd bite me or something. But when we went to the Retired Greyhound Trust, they said you can touch any dog and they're all absolutely fine, which I recovered from my fear very quickly.
That's true, actually. It was quite surprising to both of us. We're not really dog people, hadn't been up to then. But a neighbour had a retired male greyhound, but we met them at the shops, and it was a lovely boy, and we said, "Well, never seen a greyhound close up," told us where to go. We went and had a look, and as you say, surprisingly, they all seem to want to get out and get at you and lick you and be stroked, and they're so people orientated.
I have had other breeds of dogs, and they've all been loyal. They've all been faithful. Then I got my first greyhound, and they're just something special. You've only got to look into their eyes, actually, and they just tell a story.
There's only one problem with greyhounds. This is one big problem. It's a good problem. They adore people. Greyhounds love people. So really, guard dogs, have a greyhound, it's a no-no. Watchdogs, yes. They'll watch somebody come in, watch somebody go out, and that's a greyhound for you.
They make wonderful pets, they're lovely. They really are good. They're very sweet-natured, they love people, they're laid back. I mean, they're everything you could wish for in a pet. You don't usually get any manic behaviour with them. They're just kind and gentle, and they just want to please.
They're great with children, they're really relaxed, they're laid back, and despite what everybody thinks, they just don't need a lot of exercise, they're quite happy just to lie around, they're just fast catch potatoes.
They're very, very lazy, laid back, they're very good with children and on other pets. You only need 2 20-minute walks a day, which people think they need hours and hours of running and walking, but they don't, so I think that's why they make a good family pet.
They sleep a lot, they're very quiet, they walk very well on the lead, and one of the best things about a greyhound is they travel extremely well. You put in the back of a car or a mat and they go to sleep till you get there, and then they wake up to, "Oh, where am I?"
I mean, we'd never had a dog before, and we really didn't know what to expect, particularly the first day when we brought her home, but she seemed to settle in very, very quickly indeed. We've had a couple of months or so now, and I mean, she's just very much one of the family now.
She's our only bitch at the moment. She's Jasmine. She's turned out to be the most beautiful dog. She's a little princess though, so she's quite spoiled. Yeah, she's 2 years old, and she's like our daughter that we never had.
There's another member of the family too, Bella the cat. And although Jasmine and the other greyhounds enjoy giving Bella a quick wash and brush up, they seem to be more interested in our camera.
Oh, I would undoubtedly, and have done, recommend them to anybody.
Come and see how delightful and lovely they are. You'll fall in love with them. They are so gentle. Just give them a chance. It isn't always the first breed that would spring to anyone's mind, but once you've had a greyhound as a pet or been around the greyhounds, you just fall in love with them as a breed. So just give them a chance, just think about it.
They have the most fantastic temperament you will ever come across. Anyone that's ever had any breed of dog in the past and then goes to a greyhound thinks, "My God, why didn't I have a greyhound sooner?" Because they're loving, they're great companions, they're such easy dogs. They will fit in with any style of life, whether it be an elderly person or young children. They're so adaptable, and they're so grateful for everything you give to them. They just make superb pets.
If you're interested in giving a home to a retired greyhound, then contact the Retired Greyhound Trust at www.retiredgreyhounds.co.uk.
Crayford Monday night for the first round heats of the John Smith's Kent's St Ledger. In Heat 1, local hope Delwood Emma, trained by Gemma Davidson, was the 5-4 favourite. Dean Charles trains the second favourite here, Schofield Betty. And there they go, racing out towards the first bend. Good start from Schofield Betty on the outside. Delwood Emma's pacing up though, and it's going to claim the first bend lead as it barges its way through. She goes on then from Schofield Betty, a little bit wide there off the second bend. Then comes Dark Star Lady and Bubbly Sally in 6 and 3. They're racing in 3rd and 4th positions. Then after these comes 4 Noel Sacker, who just checked out wide. So come up the straight with a lap to go, and still leading here with a 5-length advantage. Delwood Emma out in front from racing in 2nd, Schofield Betty. Improving into a clear 3rd now comes Bubbly Sally. Back straight, and it's Delwood Emma comfortably clear. It looks as though Schofield Betty hasn't got too much more to offer inside the closing stages. Bubbly Sally, who was staying on, just held back there at the 7th bend as they come around the final turn. Delwood Emma will win here convincingly in the end. 2nd place Schofield Betty, Bubbly Sally 3rd. Delwood Emma recording a time of 46.35. In Heat 2, St Ledger runner-up, Midway Skipper was the 2-5 favourite here for Henry Chalkley. Julie's Newbie for Gary Salis was next in the market at 4-1. And away they go, racing up towards the first bend. Nice start by Walk the Line. Last year's Golden Jacket winner's going to try and lead at the first bend, but denied a run there. Bubbly Rambo is strong at the bend, goes on. Bubbly Rambo leads from the reserve in 2nd place. Zamax Misty. After these comes 1 Midway Skipper. Handy. Challenging there at the 3rd bend is Julie's Newbie for 3rd place, but it just drops away a little bit off the 4th bend. Lap to go, and still leading here is Bubbly Rambo, but Midway Skipper eyeing a gap on the inside, pushes her way through, and now comes through with its effort as they head down the far side. Midway Skipper quickens on. The favourites away and gone now, and leads from Bubbly Rambo in 2nd. Julie's Newbie running on again into 3rd place. They come around the final bend. It's Midway Skipper looking mightily impressive here at Crayford. Wins going away by a good 8 lengths. Midway Skipper the winner. Or Midway Skipper recording 46.28 when beating Bubbly Rambo, and back in 3rd Julie's Newbie. In Heat 3, Black on Air, recently back on the track following her seasonal rest, was the 4-9 favourite. Mark Wallace had the 2nd favourite here in Genesis Sister. Up go the lids, and they're away and gone, and up towards the first bend. Good pace here. Minala George on the outside is going to lead. On the inside in 2, moving up into 2nd is Black on Air. Slightly crowded Stardome Girl in 4. Improving now is Such Is Life. So they head down the far side, and the lead here with Minala George has a 1.5 length lead, but now Black on Air is almost on terms and takes over at the 4th bend. Black on Air for Tony Collette then, leading by a length from 6. Minala George in 2nd place. After these racing back in 3rd, we've got Such Is Life. Steady headway from 3, Blues Wish after being outpaced. That's now in 4th. So come down towards the 2nd last bend. The favourites away and gone. Black on Air will be an easy winner here for Heat 3. It's Black on Air by a good 6 lengths. Battle on for 2nd place. 2nd just Trap 1, Such Is Life. Blues Wish in 3rd. Black on Air recording 46.13 on a slightly quicker track than the first 2 heats. Barnfield Brook for Paul Philpott was the 5-4 favourite for Heat 4. Paul Young St Ledger finalist Lavender's Grant was next in the market at 3-1. And there they go, a flyer for Bubbly Midas. That's going to lead up early then from 6 Kodo on the outside of 3 Barnfield Brook as they go round the turn. These 3 have already got away here from Swift Maybole as they head down the far side. Bubbly Midas with a 2-length advantage here. Barnfield Brook in 2nd place, gaining a little bit of ground. After these back in 3rd comes Kodo. Off the track there went Trap 5 Swift Maybole. With a lap to go, it's still Bubbly Midas, proving tough to pass for Barnfield Brook, who's tried several manoeuvres, but it hasn't paid any dividends as yet. Then comes Kodo. After these comes Zamax Itchy. They come down towards the 2nd last bend, and still Bubbly Midas. A bit of a tough nut to crack here. First time round here at Crayford. It's Bubbly Midas out in front and will win, causing a bit of an upset, beating Barnfield Brook. Bubbly Midas winning for Paul Young in a time of 46.36. Tufty's Paletta, winner of the Prestige Stakes at Hall Green at the start of the year, was the 2-1 favourite for Heat 5. London Reese, trained by Dean Childs, was second favourite at 5-2. There they go, racing up towards the first bend, and 4 Steady Skulls traps out best. Leads up early here from London Reese, racing in second, but badly crowded at the bend, and improving is 1 Maisie's Girl. Maisie's Girl now leads from 4 Steady Skulls. London Reese trying to make some headway again on the inside at the third bend and just getting through. These 3 have got away at the moment from racing in 4th place comes Tufty's Pauletta. Lap to go. The lead here with Maisie's Girl. Leading here by a length from up into second place London Reese, who's taken on again for second by Steady Skulls, then still a long gap back to the others. So come down towards the penultimate turn, and Maisie's Girl for Ernie Gaskin, leading here by a length and a half. Here comes 4 again, Steady Skulls up into second, London Reese back in third. They come off the final bend. It's Maisie's Girl that's going to win. They're packing up for second place, just in second London Reese. Maisie's Girl winning for Ernie Gaskin in the slowest time of all the heats, 46.67. Big Brett Cole was the even money favourite for the last heat for trainer Seamus Cahill. Second in the betting here was Newtown Shannon at 9-4. Here comes the hare. They're off and racing up towards the first bend, or 2. Mabel's Able turn right out of the traps. Hindered trap 3 there, Newtown Shannon. As they reach the bend, there's more trouble there for a badly hampered Imal Lilly. Heading down the far side, Mabel's Able is in front here from 5. Big Brett Cole racing in second place. After these, we've got Transtown Mull in third as they go round the 4th bend. And the lead here is Mabel's Able, leading here from Big Brett Cole, trying to move up on the inside, but not getting a clear run there at the 5th bend and having to check in behind. A gap of 5 lengths back to Transtown Mull as they head down the far side. And then after this comes Newtown Shannon. Hitting the front now, Big Brett Cole gets inside its rival, Mabel's Able, at that 7th bend to go on. Transtown Mull is gaining a bit of ground as they come around the final bend. It's Big Brett Cole that's going away now. Big Brett Cole wins for favourite backers, beats Mabel's Able and Transtown Mull. Big Brett Cole recording a time of 46.14. Well, here's a look at Monday night's draw. London Reese, the only seeded run in the first semi-final, could run a big race for Dean Childs. The market leaders are drawn against each other in the second semi-final, and throw in Barnfield Brook and it makes it intriguing. For a spot of value, perhaps Bubbly Midas, who trapped out so well, could take the third semi-final, with Blues Wish maybe staying on for second for Mark Wallace.
Open race fans can this week look forward to the regular Friday action at Romford. Feature on Saturday is the Greyhound Scene Seniors Derby from Hull. Other opens at Brighton, Mildenhall, Monmore, Sheffield and Swindon. Coventry has Sunday to itself, while the semi-finals of the John Smith's Kent St Ledger take place at Crayford on Monday, while the Betfred Eclipse starts at Nottingham, as does the Coral TV Stayers at Romford. Check the latest results on thedogs.co.uk. Next live action here on Sky Sports is the final of the William Hill All England Cup from Newcastle on Wednesday. Be sure to join us.
The Dogs, in association with the British Greyhound Racing Board.